go, jump. Suddenly I feel a boom. Oh, I think it's a rock that fell down. I look down, there's Aki's just recovering from biting me. Oh my God, you know.
About how long was it?
It was a 2 meter. Yeah.
About almost 7 feet.
Yeah. So I jump in the river thinking, oh my God, it's still going to get me again. Swimming against the current. Oh, the snake can't swim against the current. With my dog, I go all the way around, you know where the treehouse is, and I have the stairs. I go all around. I look, there's the snake going along the cliff, literally looking up. When it gets to the stair where I have my clothes, it stays there. And it's up like that, looking at me. I had to go back into the river, go all around those rocks, sneak around, get my cell phone, call for help.
And you were already bit at that point.
Yeah. And of course, I'm in.
Where did he bite you at?
Right in my shoulder.
You,
If it got me in the neck.
yeah. Then you took my the Gruber's viper snake antidote.
Soon as I told my workers I had been bit, I said, get the Grubers, you know, whatever, and get down here, you know, quick. 2 bottles, boom, put it in me, you know.
2 vials.
Yeah. And then...
You just drank them straight?
Yeah, straight. And, you know, you're in a state of panic. I mean, and of course, in terms of what you should do and shouldn't do, you're not supposed to speed up your circulation. Well, jumping in the river...
You did that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to get away, right? But it was quite interesting. In the river, I felt all the pain and everything, you know. Oh, my God, you know. And then I got out, and then on the way, going to the hospital, you know, I mean, because I keep the Gruber stuff right up here, I think I drank just exactly what I had. I only had 2 bottles. Maybe I would have drank.
Well, Fer-de-Lance that big, 7 feet. It's got to have a lot of poison.
Oh, yeah. But you know, fortunately, because it hit my bone, it didn't get in. I mean, think about it. 40 feet up above, the snake comes down, hits you on the shoulder, and was able to get the fangs in me. What the hell, you know? Anyway, it was quite interesting because on the way to the hospital, I really didn't feel any pain. I was not showing any of the symptoms. I mean, the
But you definitely had the bite marks in you.
Oh yeah, well, the Aki's is hemorrhagic,
Yeah.
so you bleed out.
Yeah, destroys your hemoglobin.
Yeah.
A lot of pain and a lot of fever.
Yeah. And I've seen, you know, like Jose got bit, and I've seen, you know, a couple dogs, and they're bleeding out of the teeth and everything. But for me, there was none of that. So whether it was a Gruber oil or what, you know, but anyway, we get down to one hospital. No, they don't have the anti-venom. Get to the other one, which is the regional hospital, the only one that had the anti-venom. They check your blood first to see what the venom load is, and then they can understand how many bottles or cc's of antivenom to use, you know. But they had me in the hallway with the Venoclease, you know, the drip,
IV.
Whatever, IV, yeah. And then I called my doctor. I said, my God, get me out of here quick, you know, people dying in the hallway and whatever, you know. Anyway, I was 3 days in the hospital, but by the 2nd day, I mean, the pain was so bad. I couldn't even sit up out of bed. And you know, there's a lot of concern about.
Did the test come back how much venom was in you?
Oh yeah, oh sure.
How much was in there?
You know, I can't tell you.
Don't remember.
I mean, you know, from memory.
The important thing is to distinguish. You use the small antidote vials, not the oil, because it's very explosive, and that's why you use oil.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
took
but
2 bottles of the snake bite oil.
Basically, like 5 cc's. You
Yeah.
took like 10 cc's of the snake bite antidote.
But at that time, I did not have the real antivenom. I didn't have.
So the bottom line is basically he should have been dead before he even got to the hospital.
Well, who knows? I mean, you know, I mean.
From the reports.
I watched my partner Jose. He got bit, and we didn't have any of your stuff at the time. You know, I mean, you know.
So what happened to him?
Well,
without the antidote?
We have a water line here, and he was on the other side with one of our workers going way up to check the water line. And generally what happens is the first guy clearing he disturbs the snake, and the second guy gets bit. Jose is like him in his flip flops. Where does he get bit? Here, you know. And of course, I'm over there, and almost a premonition. And
So what was the results of his bite?
you can still look at his foot. His foot is still black from the cell damage.
So how long did it take to get him to the hospital?
Well, it was 9 o'clock in the morning, so first we went right up here to the health department in Caldera, and I had at that time I had the anti-venom. So we actually started, the doctor up here started the one
How
bottle.
long did it take from the time you got bitten to the time the doctor saw him?
Oh, 15 minutes.
He was fortunate.
Very fortunate, yeah. So
In your case, taking Gruber's Antidote, you did not develop any gangrene or anything like that. And in his case, he's still blacked out.
that's right, yeah. So, you know, and that's an interesting point, because we actually did an ultrasound of my back to see how much damage was done there, and a doctor told me, he said, very unusual that you have nothing on your epidermis, nothing showing. In fact, Jose, to this day, thinks I didn't get bit. You know?
Let me tell you, Fer-de-Lances usually don't go beyond 6 feet.
Yeah.
2 meters is, almost like 7 feet. That,
I have some pictures of what we,
wow.
all the books are wrong. All the books are wrong in terms of how big they are.
About how many Fer-de-Lances a year do you see or kill in this area?
Killed 4 of them in the last 6 weeks.
I'm gonna stop this and see if